Once upon a time, there lived a small but prosperous village in the heart of the countryside. Despite its size, the village had something even more impressive: a magician. The magician had been living in the village for a while, and he was beloved by the locals. They sought his advice on everything from financial matters to relationships and health. He could take a thread of conversation and spin it into the right course of action. The magician simply had a way of looking into the future on their behalf. The villagers often came to the magician seeking out his magical abilities, but what they found instead was his extraordinary wisdom. He was knowledgeable in all manner of things, from science and philosophy to mathematics and economics. When other people turned their gaze away, the magician was never one to avoid a challenge. One day, a young woman in the village approached the magician. She had recently suffered a tragedy and believed that only the magician's magic could restore her to her former state. The magician opened his mouth to offer her whatever wisdom he could, but the words couldn't come out. It was as if the spell of the situation had cast a spell of silence over him. The woman, disappointed, left without saying a word. But the magician had seen the pain in her eyes. He knew she was searching for something more than a simple answer. He waved his wand in the air, and suddenly the woman's long-lost husband appeared in the room. The miracle was more than the woman could ever have hoped for. With new hope, she embraced her husband, and they both thanked the magician for his kindness. The magician blushed and bowed his head in humble gratitude. He waved the wand in the air once more, and the couple quickly vanished with a wink and a smile. The magician looked back at the crowd of amazed and cheering villagers and smiled. "You don't need magic to make the impossible possible," he said. Then people nodded in agreement, and with that, the magician quietly disappeared from the village, never to be seen again. But the villagers never forgot what he had done, and they continued to tell stories of his magical powers to everyone who would listen. The end.